What is up? What is up, YouTube? I've been waiting to do this, man. I've been waiting to do this one right here. This joint is an hour long, so sit back and get some popcorn and all that type of stuff, man. Hey, before the stage TV should be a link in the description. If you're a rapper, beat maker, trying to get your music out there, Uncle Mike teaches you how to turn music into money. So you will not be trying to do this stupid stuff that these people out here trying to do. Yeah. So if you want to take your talents and start doing some things, holler at your boy, because we great drop this reality show. I like the name of this. All right, Thieves Who Mess with the Wrong People. Thieves Who Mess with the Wrong People, man. Don't be a thief. 100 million is the name of this YouTube channel. That's interesting. He got 2.46 million subscribers. Oh man, this thing right here got 1.7 million views on it already. So y'all hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out.
Elderly woman's purse.
Some people think they can.
The Good Samaritan stopping a suspected thief from snatching an elderly woman's purse.
Some people think they can sneak into places they shouldn't be and outsmart the whole world. But what happens when the prey turns predator? From the unassuming homeowner to the fearless kung fu master, these thieves had no idea about the fight that awaited them.
You might call it a frying pan frenzy of a situation.
Get ready for a wild ride where audacity meets its match in the most unexpected ways. With makeshift weapons, unflinching courage, and quick reflexes, justice takes on a life of its own. And for these criminals, the tables turn faster than they could have imagined. Number 1, car thief caught by the homeowner.
Okay.
Let's jump right into it. This thief must have thought he would do a quick job of stealing from this homeowner's vehicle. However, the guy who lives here wasn't going to let it slide. As soon as he notices that something is up here, he runs out and tries to catch the thief in the act. The guy quickly runs away down the street, but the vehicle that we see parked there is actually driven by an accomplice and a getaway driver who saw what was happening and essentially made an attempt at the homeowner's life by driving right through him. The awesome homeowner, however, managed to do a cool slide and avoid serious injuries he could have sustained if he had been squished against his own truck. Once he got to the safety, he grabbed his phone, making sure he recorded footage that may help catch these guys later on. Like and subscribe right now, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, baby, because we about to get busy.
Why isn't it a good idea to try and rob a Rolex store in the broad daylight? Well, the answer may surprise you. Instead of some exquisite security measures, which, let's just mention, are definitely set in place, the Spider-Man colored figure that we see running towards the thieves is actually the protagonist of the story. This old lady shows no fear, and using her bag as a nunchuck, she actually battles 5 of these guys and manages to create enough ruckus to chase them away. As they're retreating on their scooters, one of them falls over, earning a few more hits from the 75-year-old woman, and then other civilians and a cop join the chase to put a stop to this robbery by capturing some of the thieves. Number 3,
Grandma,
don't mess with Marines. Oh boy, have these wannabe thieves chosen the wrong target? They tried to assault a guy and entered through a garage, but little did they know that this fellow was about to throw a serious fight. He will soon teach them that they could get more than they wanted from this experience. As he was about to secure his vehicle, they used pepper spray on him from the back. But even through the tears, this brave guy wasn't going to back down. He chased after them and was joined by his neighbor, who offered help as well to chase them away. Number 4, handled with care. The guy who attempted to rob this store should have paid attention to the caution sign we saw on the floor and the man who was trying to keep the place clean. Well, he definitely did a great job, considering that he jumped in the middle of the robbery and put the fellow in a headlock, trying to make him unable to use the weapon that he carried into the store. The clerk, however, wasn't faint-hearted. He drew on his strong will, and through his clearly fearless body language, he sent out a message that the robber definitely understood. His choices were to retreat or get seriously hurt. He chose the first option and was later arrested thanks to the footage that we are watching right now.
Wow.
Number 5. A flying kick is the lesson. Sometimes, when you don't know the answer to the riddle, it could be a flying kick. Well, there shouldn't be much logic in what we just said, but in this case, it certainly proved to be applicable and the truth. The dude that we see sneaking around and exploring what he thought was an unguarded bike is about to find out the hard way that you shouldn't mess with people's things. As soon as he tried to steal it, he received one of those flying solutions we mentioned earlier right in the back. That will teach him. Number 6. Caught by a security camera. The bag that we see one of the thieves carrying could have foretold what was about to happen. As soon as the two walked into the store, they sprung into action. One of them threw what seemed to be a stone at the glass, protecting the phones, and considering it broke immediately, it wasn't doing a great job. Both of them then proceed to snatch all the phones that the box held, and we see that the woman who works there is quite in shock and essentially has no idea how to react. Luckily, the faces of both dudes were clearly caught on a security camera, which may have turned what they thought was a successful robbery into a different kind of experience.
Oh my God, look at these
Number
dummies.
7. A night with a frying pan. When you feel threatened in your own home, you may not have much time to choose the means through which you will exact revenge. In this fellow's case, it happened to be a frying pan that he grabbed and used as a metal weapon with which he struck the burglar multiple times before the fellow managed to slip through the gate. Since the homeowner managed to make enough noise, his security system also put cops on the burglar's trace. As soon as the guy manages to push this man away, we see a cop running after him and shortly apprehend him. Number 8. A grave mistake. The woman that you see here going about her business near her vehicle is about to be attacked by two guys who showed up from behind her driving a bike. They seem to believe she's an easy target considering she is alone, but what they don't know is that she is a police officer who is armed and always prepared to protect herself.
Hello.
As soon as she realized what was up, she drew her weapon and shot a few warning shots, chasing the thugs away and putting a stop to their attempt. Number 9. The homeowner was too much for thieves. Here's another sneaky thief who has gotten himself in a lot of trouble by trying to steal a car from the wrong man's porch. Not only was the homeowner vigilant and noticed what was going on, but he was also ready to react. He runs out, grabs the thug, and tries to pull his hoodie over his head and subdue him. He nearly manages to do so, and at the same time, from the back, we see another thief coming in to help his criminal friend. After throwing a few kicks at the brave homeowner, he briefly runs as another car thief joins the fight. And even that isn't their final count. Outnumbered but still fighting, this champion doesn't lose hope, and he finally manages to chase them away, saving himself and his car. Number 10. Thief owned by a martial artist.
Here we go.
This thief entered a store that would prove to be a very hard lesson for him. He felt confident enough to walk in and grab the cash he saw in the register, but the skillful martial artist who works behind it turned out to be more than he could handle. After a few more moments of struggle, the man's training kicked in, and he managed to perfectly subdue the guy by pulling off a chokehold. how much fight this fella had in him, we can also conclude, considering that he held on to the thief until cops came. Number 11, not getting away with it. Here is a lethal shop worker who was having a regular day when a guy in a white hoodie pulled out a weapon and started threatening her with it, asking for all the money in the cash register. But the lady is nothing short of ferocious, considering that instead of pulling back, she actually leans into the fear she must have felt and attacks the dude, taking control of his weapon, going as far as to use the drawer and even a hammer to threaten him and finally chase him away.
Hammer time! Hey, that's crazy, man. It's hammer
Attacks
time.
the dude, taking control of his weapon, going as far as to use the drawer and even a hammer to threaten him and finally chase him away. Good luck recovering your confidence, thief. Number 12. Thief subdued by a bystander. Before the event that we will see occurred, a thief has tried to steal a purse from an elderly lady, but a godsend bystander took justice into his own hands. He chased after the man and threw him on the ground. In this fall, we see the thief has lost the purse and is being pinned down and threatened by the bystander. Soon after, we see people gathering, and one of them retrieves the stolen bag, going to return it to the old lady. Number 13. What was this guy hoping for? Yes, bad life choices can find any of us. But then again, if you're a thief, what could be your goal when you choose to steal a car right in front of a gym? The clerk, who was working at this place, noticed that something was up, and he walked out to confront the man. This turned into a brawl very quickly, but what the suspect here somehow failed to realize is that this guy is a well-trained martial artist. Well, this mistake he has paid for by receiving what's probably the beating of his life. Number 14. Chosen the wrong target. Thieves seem to be more and more courageous. This guy left his bike for just a brief moment, and that was enough for two guys to show up and try to steal it. However, they weren't ready for his reaction. Apparently, he had an eye on his bike the whole time, and as soon as he saw someone else's back sitting upon it, he went into rage mode. He ran and tackled the dude, immediately starting a fight with him, and not even flinching when he realized the other one was also there to put up a fight. His quick reaction chased them away and saved his bike. Number 15.
Wow.
Wrong dude to steal from. Now here is a complete story of how a thief has chosen the worst possible household to steal from. At first, we see that this guy has snuck up to someone's porch and stolen a bike from it. Soon after, the homeowner walks out, sees the general direction that this thief is driving towards, and decides to jump in his car and go looking for this guy. The search certainly took some time, but then again, what is a few minutes to spare for such an awesome prize as the chance to exact revenge on a bike thief? Once the homeowner had located him, he chose to hit the dude with his car, knocking him down. If that wasn't satisfying enough, he then walks out of the car and scolds the young thief, making him face the consequences of his unfair actions, right before the cops show up and close this case. Number 16. Seen by everyone. There's probably no simple answer to why these dudes thought it was a good idea to go and steal someone's bike in broad daylight. Not just that, but even in front of the owner of the bike. Everyone saw them, and many cameras caught the entire thing, so they won't be getting very far. Number 17. Nagged out of thieving. These guys invaded a home, but ended up being shouted out of it by an elderly lady. It tells a lot about their courage that three of them ended up running for their lives in fright after the woman caught them.
Right there.
Namely, one of them proves they aren't as sneaky as they hope to be, by dropping some of the things he was about to steal. This alerted the 78-year-old woman who was sleeping at the moment, and she ran out to scream at these thieves, which was enough to chase them away.
Wow.
One of them nearly fell over her on his way out. What a scary pajama-wearing granny this is. Number 18. Robber put in his place. The masked fellow that you see feels fairly confident that he can just go around and steal from multiple stores as he has previously done. Well, long story short, here's what he got back in return when he chose the wrong place to attempt and steal from. The two workers in the store joined their strengths,
stealing, though.
and while one of them held him pinned to the floor, the other grabbed a stick and delivered a fierce lesson. Almost crying his eyes out, the dude received a whooping that he will remember. Number 19. Anything can be a weapon. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and some of these emergencies may require one to put out some serious fires. This one started as out of nowhere. A guy reached over the counter and tried to assault a woman at a gas station before he planned to rob the place. However, with a quick reaction from her co-workers, this wasn't going to happen. One of them managed to pin him down, and the other jumped at the opportunity, grabbing the first thing that she could, which turned out to be a fire extinguisher. Number 20.
Damn.
A real-life action movie. If you're hungry to see some action, get ready for what's about to unfold. The red car you see passing by seemed suspicious to a nearby construction worker who paid close attention to what the dude who walked out of it was about to do. As soon as this thief reached for the worker's tools that were lying around, everyone realized what was going on, and they did not like it. As the thief got back to the car and tried to drive away, one of the construction workers pulled out this crazy stunt, jumping on the car and not letting them go. What a well-organized bunch these construction workers turned out to be.
Damn.
As soon as the perpetrators have driven away, some of them by foot and some of them by car, began their chase. Even neighbors noticed what was going on and walked out to witness as the workers managed to catch and subdue the thieves. Number 21.
That's crazy.
Thief got unexpected company. On a day that was like any other day, this store was visited by a suspicious fella. He entered, and although he looked pretty calm, he immediately told the worker that she was about to get robbed. Not being sure if he could be armed, the woman complied and started taking the money out. However, she also tried to hide her intention, and did so well, considering that she managed to press the panic button without him even noticing. What nerves does it take to calmly talk to someone who has a gun while stalling for time before the cops can come? And indeed, they came quite quickly. The worker was the first one to notice them in front of the store, so she walked away from the counter and into the safety that the back room offered. The cops immediately knew what was up and recognized the guy, considering that he seemed to have committed plenty of similar crimes.
Dang, young, wait a minute. That's crazy. Good for her. Good for her. Check this out, man.
On a day that was like any other day, this store was visited by a suspicious fella. He entered, and although he looked pretty calm, he immediately told the worker that she was about to get robbed. Not being sure if he could be armed, the woman complied and started taking the money out. However, she also tried to hide her intention, and did so well, considering that she managed to press the panic button without him even noticing. What nerves does it take to calmly talk to someone who has a gun while stalling for time before the cops can come? And indeed, they came quite quickly. The worker was the first one to notice them in front of the store, so she walked away from the counter and into the safety that the back room offered. The cops immediately knew what was up and recognized the guy, considering that he seemed to have committed plenty of similar crimes.
Damn.
Through their quick reaction, they managed to put him on the ground where he was cuffed. Number 22. Old but not helpless. How much fight could such an old-looking woman put up is probably what this thief thought before she attacked the woman
That's a lady,
as she
though.
was retrieving money from an ATM. Well, as we can
Get 'em.
see,
Get 'em,
she
Grandma.
quickly learned not to judge old and fearless books by their cover. Number 23. Tackled a sneaky thief. Here is a crazy turn of events, recorded through a dash camera of a guy who was passing by. As you will see, even though he didn't want to, he ended up being involved. The guy that you can notice walking next to the open truck from which workers were carrying things out into the store has clearly decided to attempt and grab some of the goods for himself. As he went for it, one of the people noticed it and ran out, pulling him away and throwing him to the ground. In his fall, the thief dropped the box and the damage was done. Enraged by everything that happened, the worker went to examine the damage when the thief started running. The worker then sent out a projectile that unfortunately ended up breaking a nearby windshield instead of sending the thief off with a headache. Number 24. Was it worth it? We all have some aspirations and things that we strive for. In the case of this hilarious wannabe thief, it turns out to be a dream of becoming a famous robber. Well, he probably hoped to become famous for his deeds rather than known by the public. And he was so determined in achieving this that instead of managing to break in, he just stole some milk and walked away after revealing his face to the camera. It seems, for him, baby steps are a way to go. Number 25. Thieves
Still in
didn't
the
get
milk.
very far. As soon as the armed thieves walked into this store, Clerks realized they meant business. The two of them quickly grabbed everything that they could from the counter, including the cash and all the cell phones they could find right there. They seem to have come prepared, considering they're well masked, armed, and have a bag in which they have placed all the valuables they have managed to snatch. Now, all of that would have turned them into great thieves were it not for the quick reaction of the cops who were on their trail and snatched them soon after. Number 26. A weed cutter used as a spear. This case happened at the beginning of 2024
Oh my gracious,
when a
they-
man who was trimming a lawn noticed that a group of men in a car were acting suspiciously around his truck. As you can see, he put a stop to his work to observe what was happening and pick up any clues. It was then that he noticed that these thieves were actually going for some expensive equipment that he had in his truck. Unfortunately, his truck was parked a bit further from where he was working, so he tried to run and catch them in the act. Since he failed to do so, he used what he had with him as a weapon, throwing the weed cutter as a javelin. And quite a precise throw this was, considering that he hit the windshield and miraculously managed to throw one of the thieves out of the car.
They
The rest of
leaving
them
him.
were probably quite shocked by what happened,
They
but the
leaving
man
him.
wasn't going to let them off easily. He kept using the weed cutter to threaten the one that he managed to throw out of the vehicle. After some chase, and the neighbor joining in to help, the thief managed to
Hit him
escape.
again.
But
Hit
this
his
doesn't
ass.
take away from the bravery that our hero showed. Number 27.
I would have hit him
Walk
again.
of shame.
Here we go.
When your entire face is caught from so many angles, as is the case with this guy, you're either a model doing a catwalk or a very bad thief.
Dang.
In this case, the footage we are seeing is a walk of shame of a known package thief who later on ended up being arrested. As we can see, it was on multiple occasions that the fellow was caught. He actually showed us how shameless he is through how leisurely and unhurried his walk towards someone else's house is. As he's leaving with someone else's boxes, he doesn't even close the gate behind him. Well, this 44-year-old has received proper punishment for his behavior. Number 28. Car thief barely escapes. Here is a man with a plan. He apparently pulled off a scheme. where he acted as someone interested in test driving expensive vehicles before he stole them, right in front of the workers. In this case, he certainly made a mistake. Not only was he caught on camera, but these two fellas seemed properly motivated to put an end to it. One of them was so mad that he actually threw a few fierce punches at the driver's window, trying to reach for the perpetrator. The other soon joined in, but expensive cars tend to be safe as well, so they couldn't do it. Sledgehammer fiasco. A group of not-so-bright thieves decided to rob a jewelry store in Santa Monica. One guy, feeling extra bold, storms in with a sledgehammer and starts smashing a display case. But the owner wasn't having it and literally shoved the guy out the door. Then, another thief pops up and smacks the owner with the same sledgehammer. Laptops, not today. This guy thought he'd make off with some laptops, but the store clerk wasn't having it. She tackled him like she's been binge-watching wrestling. Then, another clerk comes sliding in, almost wiping out while juggling her phone, trying to call the cops. Meanwhile, they've pinned the thief down like a couple of pros, refusing to let him go. Bad hair, worse decisions. So, this lady with a fresh man cut struts into the store, casually filling her bag like she's shopping for free. She probably thought she'd be enjoying her 5-finger discount later. But surprise, surprise. Instead of a shopping spree, she's getting a new accessory, handcuffs. The workers saw her every move and decided to call the cops. Like and subscribe right now and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. Hammer time.
Hammer time
A robber
again.
runs into the store, swinging a hammer, ready to break some glass. But the owner isn't caught off guard. He points a gun at the robber's neck, and the robber bolts out the door in a hurry.
He got a gun, son.
Guess he didn't expect to run into such tough competition.
He got a gun, son.
Epic clapback. This wannabe robber thought a knife would scare the store clerk, but he seriously misjudged his target. She grabs his wrist, twists it like she's opening a jar, and makes him drop the knife. Then she picks it up and chases him out. Bet he didn't see that coming.
That's what I'm talking about.
Innocent bystander. This lady tried to nail the innocent shopper role during a store robbery. She ran out of the store and didn't call the police, but still had the nerve to act like a bystander. Maybe stick to holiday shopping instead of heist auditions because the police weren't buying her performance. And now she's getting a one-way ticket to the big house.
To the big house.
Chair showdown. A thief bursts into a shop with a knife, thinking he's got the upper hand. But instead of panicking, the shopkeeper calmly steps out and grabs the nearest weapon, a chair. In a bizarre turn of events, he charges the thief like he's about to start a new sport, extreme furniture defense. Completely caught off guard,
That's a
the
lady.
thief realizes he's not
That a lady?
equipped for a battle against a chair-wielding shopkeeper and bolts out the door. It's not every day you see a heist thwarted by a piece of furniture. The breakfast fight. Nothing like a rock to the drive-through window to kickstart your morning, right? So, at 4:30 a.m., this guy decides he needs more than just a chicken biscuit. He smashes in, follows an employee to the back, and demands the safe be opened. But surprise, the employee can't open it and ends up wrestling with the dude instead. During their scuffle, the employee rips off the robber's mask like it's an episode of Scooby-Doo. Our guy panics and runs off. Pickle power punch. 3 robbers thought they had hit the jackpot while ransacking a jewelry store, not realizing the owner was on his way back. When he bursts in, they panic, trying to make a hasty exit. But instead of a weapon he's armed with, wait for it, a bag of pickle jars. He smacks one robber in the face, and chaos ensues. The big guy doesn't stop there. He takes down all three with his pickle-packed punches. Quick draw. These robbers thought they could get away with an easy heist. They rush to the counter, but the owner is already holding a firearm, looking calm and collected. The robbers panicked and fled just as quickly as they arrived. Shoplifting, gone, crying. This guy thought he'd swipe a bag, but things got weird when the clerk calmly snatched it back. Instead of running, the dude just lay on the floor and bawled like a toddler who dropped his ice cream. Guess his big heist plan didn't include a meltdown. Who knew shoplifting came with a side of tantrums? Gold digger drama.
They gave him back the bag. They gave him back his bag, young.
Didn't include
That's
a meltdown.
Crazy.
Who knew shoplifting came with a
They
side
gave him
of
back
tantrums?
his bag. Here go your bag, dog.
Gold digger drama. A guy walks into a jewelry store pretending to shop for gold. Out of nowhere, he pulls out pepper spray and aims it at a young boy and the store owner. Big mistake. The owner stands his ground, dodging the spray while grappling with the robber. He holds on until nearby shoppers rush in to help. Turns out, acting tough doesn't always work out. Pole outsmarts thief. This wannabe thief thought he'd smash his car into the shop and grab some loot. The security system had other plans. Sword meets machete. Two geniuses storm in, waving a machete, thinking they've got the upper hand. But the clerk, clearly living his best Game of Thrones life, casually whips out a sword. Yep, a sword. The thieves do a complete 180, probably rethinking every decision that led them to this point. Who knew you'd need night training for a robbery? Bronx beatdown. A wannabe thief thought he'd score easy cash by robbing a smoke shop in the Bronx, but ended up with a free beatdown instead. The surveillance footage shows him, all tough in his grey hoodie, getting absolutely wrecked by two employees who clearly weren't in the mood for his nonsense. Spray and run. In this wild video, a wannabe fashionista decides to shop for $3,000 worth of designer goodies at TJ Maxx. No wallet required. An employee tries to stop her grand exit, but instead of a polite no, the thief responds with pepper spray, because why not? The poor employee ends up with swollen eyes, and the thief waltzes out like she's just bagged a bargain.
Wow.
If you recognize this fashion bandit in her stylish Gap shirt, let the police know. Marine snack. Thinking of robbing a gas station? You might want to rethink that after meeting Aaron Jacobs. He's not just there to ring up your chips. He's dishing out reality checks to clueless crooks. When two guys thought flashing a knife would do the trick, they clearly didn't know they were messing with a former Marine and black belt. In less time than it takes to pick a candy bar, Aaron had the thief disarmed, twisted up in an arm bar, and face planted into a rack of snacks. Size matters. Nothing like trying to rob a store only to discover the clerk is packing more than just snacks. This hoodie-wearing mastermind thought he could pull off a heist with his little knife, but the clerk had other plans. Out comes an even bigger blade, turning the scene from stick-up to who's compensating more. Realizing his pocket knife looked like a toothpick in comparison, the would-be thief panicked and made a run for it. Candy heist fail. This guy walks in like he's about to plan the ultimate heist, but ends up pocketing candy. He's doing his best "I'm totally shopping" act, wandering around cluelessly, even treating himself to a few sips at the soda fountain like it's happy hour. He probably thought he was a criminal mastermind, but surprise. As he heads for the door, the cashier calls him out, and he's forced to cough up the stolen sweets. All that effort for a candy bar? Not exactly Ocean's 11 material. Machete mayhem. These robbers thought they had it all figured out. smashing their way into the store. But surprise, the employees whipped out machetes like they were prepping for an action movie. The robbers, who clearly didn't expect that kind of welcome, turned and bolted faster than they'd arrived.
Wow.
Grocery heist gone wrong. This guy thinks he's about to pull off the grocery heist of the century, just strolling out with his loot like he's won a shopping spree. But the cashier isn't having it. She sprints after him, tackles him like a linebacker, and makes him drop everything. He ends up empty-handed. Beer lockdown, fail. Why call the cops when the gas station clerk's already handling business? This guy thought he could snag some beer and stroll out, but the clerk locks him in like he's in a zoo exhibit. He tries everything, banging on the door, using bottles like tools, but it's a no-go. He's stuck there, looking ridiculous, until the police show up to escort him straight to jail.
Yeah, he laughing like that, couldn't even get
Robbery
out.
fail.
That's crazy.
A wannabe thief tried his luck at a family-owned store, demanding cash. He had a gun, his face covered, and a getaway car parked right outside, ready for his big escape. But he managed to score a pack of Marlboro Red shorts instead of cash. Not even the full-size ones. How tragic. Golf club justice. A guy walks in, ready to steal the cash register, but gets a surprise when the clerk grabs a golf club and starts swinging like a pro. Panicked, the thief smashes the door with the register but drops the cash after a few good hits. He runs to his getaway car empty-handed. Fake heist. So, this genius cashier thought staging a fake robbery with the janitor would be their ticket to easy cash. Because obviously, pretending to get robbed at work is a foolproof plan, right? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. When the cops showed up and started connecting the dots, they realized the robber was actually another employee. After some light questioning and probably a lot of sweating, the duo confessed.
Oh my gracious.
Liquor store showdown. Nothing says Merry Christmas like trying to swipe some top-shelf booze and getting a beatdown instead. This guy thought he'd play Santa, helping himself to bottles of Don Julio and vodka at Gulf Liquors. Spoiler, it didn't end well. The owner, channeling his inner bouncer, saw it all on camera, grabbed what looked like an electric cable, and delivered a holiday surprise straight to the thief's arm.
Damn.
Pringles panic attack. Two girls stroll into a gas station, thinking they've got their sneaky shoplifting game down. They start slipping snacks into their bags, like they're on some grocery spree, casually pocketing Pringles and more. They even have the nerve to chat by the counter, plotting their next move, while another customer watches the drama unfold. When they finally saunter up to the cashier, trying to act normal, he shuts it down fast. He's seen everything on camera and isn't having any of it. Caught red-handed, they start unloading their bags. Detergent dash disaster. These two walk into King's Supers and act like they own the place, piling up 20 laundry detergent containers in their cart. Worth about $600, by the way. They don't even try to be sneaky, just head straight for the exit. To top it off, they pull their car up to the door for a quick getaway. Security and some customers try to stop them, but they still manage to load up and speed off.
They didn't even close the door.
Grandpa's got moves.
They didn't even close the daggone door.
A shop clerk and an elderly store owner are calmly minding their business when two shady guys walk in. One of them goes for the cash, and the owner appears to surrender, raising his hands. But then, out of nowhere, he throws something at the thief, catching him off guard. This old man, who clearly still has some fight left in him, manages to fend off both robbers single-handedly. Ended before it began. This guy storms in, demanding cash like he's shopping with a list. As he heads for the register, the clerk grabs a chair and smashes it over his head. The thief, clearly not expecting a surprise workout, stumbles back, grabs his hat because of priorities, and runs off. Beer heist failed. You have to see what happened at this supermarket. Some genius grabs a beer, thinking he's getting a free pass to happy hour. But the clerk? She's got other plans. Out comes the pepper spray, and bam, right in his face. Now he and his buddy are stumbling around like life just rejected them.
She pulling him back in the
store.
store.
Call it quits, but no. She's chasing them down, dragging him back inside like she's rounding up toddlers.
Dang,
Then,
this girl
with
is...
one press of a button, she locks him in, like a boss. Who knew
boss.
wrangling thieves was just another Tuesday for her?
God, she was dragging the dude back in. His friend couldn't even drag him back in, man. That's crazy. This is crazy, homie.
The jewelry...
Hold on. Bathroom break. All right, y'all, here we go, man. Dragged him back in. His boy couldn't even help.
Button, she locks him in,
Oh,
like a boss. Who knew wrangling thieves was just another Tuesday for her? The jewelry store. This guy waltzes into a jewelry store, puts on a necklace, and thinks he's going to walk out casually like he's on a catwalk. But the cashier's been around the block and locked the door ahead of time. Realizing he's stuck, our wannabe Houdini hands the chain back. Robbery mid-meal.
that's crazy,
Two
man.
suspicious guys stroll into a shop, and the clerk instantly senses trouble and tucks his phone away. Meanwhile, his co-worker, in the middle of enjoying his meal, clings to his own phone like it's dessert. Suddenly, one of the robbers goes for the phones, thinking it's an easy grab. But plot twist, the food guy puts down his plate and grabs the thief, catching everyone off guard. The robbers, clearly not expecting any fight, are thrown off their game. DIY crime control. When calling the cops doesn't work, just handle it yourself, right? That's the motto at this Oakland market. After being robbed for the third time, the owner and his crew decide they've had enough of busy signals and no-shows from the police. So, when the same genius thief shows up again, they take matters into their own hands, literally. Jewelry store snafu. A group of robbers thought they were genius criminals when they crashed a car into a jewelry store to break down the wall. They made it inside, ready to grab the loot, but chaos quickly erupted.
Look at
Armed
this.
with a sword, the store owner charged at them like he was in a medieval battle. The thieves, completely terrified, scrambled back to their getaway car, but not before the owner took a few swings, leaving them with some serious regret. Hammer time horror.
Hammer time.
A couple of thieves in hoodies thought they'd come into a watch store and grab some goodies. They clearly underestimated the employees. As soon as they walked in, the workers charged like it was a rugby match. Kicking
they
and slapping,
fighting.
one clerk even swung a chair at them. The robbers made a hasty exit, running for their lives and leaving behind their dignity. Let's just say they won't be trying that again anytime soon. Grandpa, the hero. Who needs action movies when you've got 85-year-old Dennis in a betting parlor? So, 3 robbers with hammers and a shotgun barge in, thinking they're about to hit the jackpot. But they didn't count on Dennis, who's been training for this his whole life, probably by swatting flies. Instead of running, he dodges a hammer like it's nothing and starts kicking one of the robbers out the door. Phone fumble.
This crazy,
A
man.
thief pretends to be interested in buying phones, acting all casual until he snatches 2 and dashes for the door. But plot twist, the door's locked. Beer drama. A guy casually strolls into a store, thinking he's got his shoplifting game down, and grabs some beer like it's on sale. Clearly feeling adventurous, the store manager decides to take things up a notch by jumping into the getaway car. On the other hand, the clerk tries to play a traffic cop, blocking the driver. Naturally, chaos ensues. The driver panics and speeds off, turning a casual theft into a high-speed kidnapping drama. Firefighters' heroics. Meet Daniel Gasky, an off-duty firefighter who turned an ordinary trip to a convenience store into an action-packed scene. While he's just picking up snacks, a 19-year-old bursts in with a hunting knife, demanding money. Daniel quickly assesses the situation, tackles the guy in seconds, and holds him down until the police arrive. Perfume panic. This guy is trying to steal some perfume, but he doesn't know the owner means business. She tackles him, snatches the perfume back, and kicks him out like he's yesterday's trash. Her scream sends him running for the door when he tries to grab more. Who knew perfume shopping could get so intense? Banana heist. This guy strolls into a gas station looking for some bananas. But when he realizes he forgot his wallet, he decides to steal instead. Armed with a knife, he returns and demands cash from the clerk. Bad move. The clerk pulls out a much bigger knife, sending the robber running for the door. After locking him out, the robber's accomplice opens the door, but while they try to make their getaway, the clerk is outside, smashing up their car with a machete. By the time the robber sees his wrecked ride, he's probably regretting those stolen bananas big time. Epic fail. This has to be one of the most embarrassing moments for a robber. Dressed in all black and armed, he waltzes into a store, thinking he's about to score some cash. But the cashier, he takes one look at the masked guy and thinks, nah, not today, continuing to serve a customer his sandwich instead. The robber stands there awkwardly, clearly not the star of the show. Even the customer ignores him, and after a few moments of silence, he dashes out like he just realized he left the stove on. Thieves versus Gate. In a classic case of bad timing, two thugs storm into a jewelry store and smash the glass, ready to grab the loot. But wait, the owner, not one to mess around, quickly lowers the security gate, leaving the robbers in a panic. They scramble to stop it, but their efforts are about as effective as trying to catch smoke with bare hands. With only a few trinkets in their grasp, they make a mad dash for the exit. Wrong guy picked. Some would-be robbers thought they'd hit the jackpot when they spotted a gas station employee returning from a bank run. They went for him, but surprise, one of the clerks, who just happens to be an MMA fighter, turned the tables. The robbers fled, but one guy got knocked out cold and arrested. Talk about instant karma. Sandwich thief.
It has happened to just about all of us.
Some thieves don't even need the stuff that they steal. They do it purely out of habit, or maybe they get a kick out of it. Just like this detective. For more than a month, sandwiches, energy drinks, and other snacks have been missing from the fridge in this police station's break room. And detectives soon grew tired of it. So they did what they are best at. They put up a sting operation and caught their co-worker who kept stealing their snacks. When asked why he did that, he responded that he was just cleaning out the fridge. Oh, really, Kevin? Sure you were. Luxury watch thieves. Are thieves getting dumber, or are the police getting smarter? Watch how the police devise a clever plan to catch some luxury watch thieves. See that man walking down the street? He's a police officer wearing a luxury watch, and the guy walking next to him, he's a thief. Soon, 4 more thieves join in, planning to rob the officer. But unlucky for them, the police were waiting just around the corner to catch them. Into the trap.
That's crazy.
These 3 women were caught in a grand theft auto scheme. It starts to get predictable when you keep using the same plan for every robbery. Maybe try changing up your methods next time to avoid getting caught. Busted. Doing a drug deal in a parking lot might seem like a safe idea, but this dealer didn't expect the police to show up. The police had set up a big operation, including an undercover cop. As soon as the undercover cop met the dealer, he signaled for the other officers to move in, and they moved in at the first signal. The dealer was arrested within seconds. Caught in the act. Watching when a criminal gets caught and charged for their crimes is a special kind of thrill. Check out how the police set up a full operation with bait bikes and hidden cameras to catch thieves.
This is
They
crazy.
patiently wait until someone finally shows up, hops on a bike, and starts pedaling away. As the thief enjoys some light exercise, the police swoop in and make the arrest. Don't mess with the veteran. This sporty-looking male thief messed with the wrong guy. He keeps stealing packages from the house of a U.S. Army veteran. And the veteran isn't just going to let this slide. So what does he do? He uses his military training, modern technology, and some good old-fashioned fishing wire to catch the thief himself.
Wow.
Helpful air tags. This has to be one of the most outrageous thefts ever. Out of everything this man could have stolen, he chose a leaf blower. But the owner wasn't going to let that go easily. He had put air tags on the leaf blower. As soon as it went missing, the owner tracked it using the Find My iPhone app and sent the location to the police. Within minutes, they caught the thief and arrested him. Truly the best use of technology, I'd say. Bait motorcycle. The police knew they had to take action when motorcycle thefts in the county spiraled out of control. They soon discovered that an entire crime ring spanning several cities was behind the thefts. To tackle the problem, the police set up several attractive motorcycles as bait. The thieves couldn't resist. They fell for the trap, and the police caught 2 suspects with the stolen motorcycle. The suspects were charged and arrested. Number 9, goodies for the baddies. Once the trap was set, it didn't take long for someone to fall for it. The police set up a trailer full of goods to catch thieves. It worked perfectly. A stolen Jeep pulled up to the trailer, and 2 crooks stole a generator. They got away from the scene without anyone knowing, or so they thought. And the police quickly caught up with them. They recovered the generator and thousands of dollars worth of other stolen items. Number 10. Ulta Store Showdown. Ulta stores have been having a rough time lately. Multiple locations around the city are being robbed. Finally, the police decided it was time to step in. They got a tip that a vehicle linked to these robberies was heading to an Ulta store. The police sprang into action and set up a stakeout at the store. While the robbers were busy filling their bags with stolen goods, the police moved in. The robbers tried to make a run for it, but the cops chased them around the store and eventually caught and restrained them. Number 11. How stupid. These thieves were definitely questioning their life choices when they got caught by a clever police trap. The police set up a decoy car with the keys left inside. 2 men approached the car, and it was clear from their expressions that they wanted to steal it. They got in and drove away, but the police were close behind. They quickly chased down the thieves and made an arrest. As they were being arrested, one of the thieves was heard saying, "How stupid were we? How stupid indeed." Number 12. Male thief caught in the act. Do you see those 2 big blue boxes? Those are the mailboxes that the thieves were caught robbing. Take a look for yourself. Number 14. A copper wire. Copper wire is a favorite target for thieves, easy to grab and worth quick cash. So, the police decided to use it as bait. It turned out to be a smart move for catching thieves. The copper wire was electrically monitored and tracked. The GPS in the wire first led the cops to a recycling center and then to another location. When the cops caught up with the thieves, they obviously had a bunch of excuses prepared. Number 15. Picky package thief. This guy is quite picky for someone stealing packages from people's porches. He walks up to the front porch and sits down without a care in the world. Then he opens a package to take what he wants, but it doesn't stop there. He grabs another package and walks down a few steps. Neighbors notice and alert the patrol guards, who quickly take him into custody. Number 16. 37 pounds of mail. It's really frustrating when your mail gets stolen. But what do you do when the thief is caught with 37 pounds of mail and fake mailbox keys? That shows some serious commitment to their crime.
Damn.
Number 17. Not a good day. This wasn't exactly a fishing trip, but the suspects took the bait. The police left a dummy car in a high-risk area, hoping it would get stolen. It didn't take long before someone decided to take it. Unfortunately for them, the police were already 2 steps ahead. Number 18. Packages. Tracked. Holidays are meant for giving, but lately, we hear more about people stealing during this season. These thieves love to steal packages, so the police decided to step in. They set up bait packages with GPS trackers and left them on front porches. When a porch pirate took the package, the police tracked them down and made the arrest. Number 19. Backdoor escape. The cops really said, "Surprise," with this one. As the thieves were rushing out the back doors of Costco with their stolen goods, they ran right into the police. Seriously, robbing a store that already sells things at low prices. Come on, you can do better than that. Number 20. Dramatic showdown. It's 4:30 in the morning, and the cops are preparing for a dramatic takedown. Their target is a crime group that steals cars overnight. After their heists, they park their stolen cars in the parking lot of a retirement home. This is where the police are waiting for them. While the police are set up, the thieves get in their crime car and head out to steal another vehicle. When they come back with the stolen car, the police move in. One suspect is arrested, but another hits a cop and manages to escape. A few days later, the crime car was found abandoned. Number 21. Bike straight to the cell. This police department took bike theft prevention to a whole new level. These officers are catching bike thieves with just the right bait. They leave bikes all over town, in residential areas, parking lots, and in front of stores. Since the cops can't always watch every bike, they use GPS trackers. And they don't mind letting thieves know they're tracking the bikes. Where exactly is the tracker hidden on the bike? That's anyone's guess. When caught, most thieves come up with a story saying they borrowed the bike from a friend. Sure, if by friend you mean the police department. To catch thieves and shoplifters during the holiday season, the police were on high alert this year. They went undercover as customers in stores to catch shoplifters, patrolling on bikes and keeping an eye on parking lots. There were even fake cars and packages set up as bait. It's quite the festive season for law enforcement. Number 23, tricked by a trap door. Stealing from a store sounds like a nice idea. But before you do, make sure the store isn't set up with traps. Otherwise, you might end up waiting for the cops to come and rescue you, just like this thief did.
Couldn't get out. He can't get
Number
out.
24. Run, boy. Run.
Run, Joe.
When this drug dealer was caught, he didn't just surrender.
Man at the door.
Instead, he hit the cop with his car and tried to escape. But all his efforts were in vain because he was caught just minutes later. Maybe he should have just cooperated when they first told him to. Number 25, Target thief. I'm sure this woman will never visit Target again. She was part of an organized crime ring that stole high-end products from stores and then sold them. Surveillance footage caught her in action, showing how she efficiently stole so much. But her luck ran out that day. As she walked into the parking lot, she ran into an undercover cop. Backup quickly arrived, and she was caught loading the stolen items into her car. Number 26. Sting gone wrong. Most of the time, sting operations planned by the cops are successful, but things go wrong from time to time. And the police officer may find himself on the wrong end of a firearm. For instance, this undercover officer on camera is supposed to buy stolen checks from a shady postal employee, but the guy has some other ideas. A short while after entering the car, he pulls out a firearm and threatens the undercover cop to give him all his money. And the cherry on top, the backup arrives and the situation is resolved. Number 27, right place, right time. The cops were in the perfect spot at the right moment. As the thief tried to escape with his loot, one officer tackled him to the ground, while the other quickly came to help. And just like that, all his plans were left in the dust. Number 28. Find my iPhone. These really are the dumbest criminals ever. If you're stealing an iPad, you should at least know how to use it. These thieves didn't realize that they could be tracked using the Find My iPhone feature on the iPad. The police tracked them down and soon arrested them. The lesson here is clear. Number 29. Busted for the third time. This man should really give up his career in drug dealing. The dude has been busted by cops 3 times. Want to know how they caught him the third time? The police call him ahead of time and place an order. And when he got into his car to fulfill the order, he was arrested by the police. Number 30, forklifted. This car thief had the ground literally pulled out from under him. He was trying to escape in a stolen car when a forklift lifted the car into the air. He was stuck there until the cops arrived. Even the cops couldn't help but laugh at the situation. Number 31. Cry me a river. I can almost feel the second-hand embarrassment from this situation. This guy didn't realize that the woman he was trying to rob was actually a cop. He was there to sell drugs to the undercover officer, but decided to rob her instead. It's funny to see how tough he was acting, but that bravado vanished once he was surrounded by cops. And get this, first, he's trying to rob someone, and then, when he gets arrested, he starts crying. How much more can you embarrass yourself? Number 32. Gas gone. This crime was well planned and organized, but unfortunately for the thieves, it all fell apart. These thieves were no amateurs. They stole 4,200 gallons of fuel worth $20,000.
Wow.
The police had been tracking them for weeks and finally caught them one day. Number 33. Converter thieves caught. Unlike the other arrests here, this one was purely a coincidence. It must have been the officer's lucky day when he spotted a catalytic converter thief while patrolling the area. Number 34. Am I interrupting? If you're going to rob a car, at least check to see if there are any police officers nearby. But if he were that smart, he probably wouldn't be robbing a car in the first place, would he? Number 35. Senior citizen scam. How desperate do you have to be to scam a senior citizen out of all her life savings? This scammer had a really elaborate plan. He tricked an elderly woman into withdrawing $20,000 from her bank. and leaving it in a brown bag in front of her house. At first, she followed his instructions, but soon realized something was wrong and called the police. The police came and set up a trap. They hid around the property, and when the scammer came to collect the money, they arrested him. Number 36, breaking into cars. First, this dumb car thief was tricked by some people who wanted to teach thieves a lesson. Later, he got arrested by the police, but not for this incident. He was caught for 3 other burglaries. As you're not too good at your current one, maybe it's time for a career change. Number 37, serial package thief. This man is a serial package thief. Not only that, he's also very violent. He's stolen hundreds of packages in several cities and even targeted UPS drivers. Officials say he has twice attacked UPS drivers with a weapon. He was finally caught after being spotted on a Ring camera. 3 days later, a police officer arrested him while he was getting gas. His children were also in the car. Number 38, attempted burglary. The police were on the scene as soon as they heard about this robbery. They swooped in like heroes and stopped the crime before it could happen. When the robbers saw the police coming, they tried to escape. One of the robbers even got into a fight with an officer. Number 40, porch pirate caught in the act. First, they were caught on a Ring camera, and the next time, they were caught by the police. These porch pirates sure have some bad luck. Number 41, high-rise condo thief. This thief was caught on camera while getting ready to steal a luxury watch from a high-rise condo. He had also stolen several other watches before. Thanks to the CCTV footage, he was later caught and arrested. Number 42, attempting to steal gas. Here's another case where thieves were caught trying to steal gas from a 7-Eleven. But unlike the other more skilled criminals, these guys weren't very professional. While they were busy trying to steal the fuel, the cops closed in on them. Number 43, into the thief. This clip is pretty controversial. A cop drives his car straight into a thief to stop him, but the thief still manages to get up and run away. What do you think? Was it too extreme for the cop to use such a drastic measure to stop the thief? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 44. Mail thieves. Mail theft, and more mail theft. But the police aren't backing down. They keep using bait packages to catch thieves. And surprisingly enough, the thieves keep falling for it. Number 45. Caught red-handed. Surprise, surprise. This criminal duo didn't realize they'd walk right into the police after their heist. And they also couldn't deny it since they were caught red-handed with a stolen cash register. Number 46. Run through the fence. This officer definitely deserves a bonus. Watch how he runs through the fence to catch the suspect. But the repair bill he will be getting might be a little pricey. Number 47, scammer. This citizen just saved an elderly woman from a major scam at a local gas station. She noticed the woman trying to deposit thousands of dollars into a Bitcoin ATM and jumped in to help. The woman was on the phone with someone pretending to be from Chase Bank, but it turned out to be a scammer. She called 911 after spotting the suspicious activity.
Yeah, who is this?
This is the security team. So
No, you're not.
When police arrived, the woman had already deposited $23,900 into the Bitcoin ATM. Sergeant Stewart intervened after seeing her on FaceTime with a scammer.
No, I won't.
No, she is not submitting any money to
I'm
you.
done, ma'am. I'm done.
No, she is. Listen to me.
Finish.
Listen to me. She is not clicking on anything.
Listen to me.
The scammer had also arranged for her to withdraw $40,000 from Chase and deposit it into the ATM.
God
Those
dang,
are some
lady.
impressive persuasion skills.
Damn.
Number 48. Trapped. One man's treasure is another man's junk, right? Well, the employees at J-Town Business weren't having any of that. Thieves were stealing thousands of dollars worth of equipment and selling it as scrap for just a few $100. So, the employees set up a trap. When the thieves took the bait, they called the police right away. I'm sure you know what happened next. Number 49. Hero Grandpa. Imagine nearly getting away from the police only to get tripped by a badass grandpa. That's what happened to this fleeing suspect here who ate dirt after getting tripped. Word is, he stole from a nearby store and was fleeing from the cops.
Fast.
When he reached the grandpa, the old man quickly stuck his foot back and tripped him. Still, the video is used as evidence against the thief. It's safe to say these thieves received more than just a life lesson. Some got a flying kick, others a frying pan, and many left bruised with a little less dignity. Boldness without foresight is a dangerous game, especially when you're up against ordinary heroes. From martial arts to sheer willpower.
Man, that was a long one right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I enjoyed that. I had a ball, man. I had a ball on that one right there. Hey, it ain't worth being a thief, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.